Hi guys, welcome to this video. My name is Peter Rogers, and I wanted to do a video and try and help some people, and hopefully they might relate to my story and how I got involved with the on-passive business. It might help some people, to understand, where I came from and where they might be at the moment. Um, I've been involved with on-passive now since October 18, but I wanted to give you a bit of background about how I first got involved with online marketing or MUM marketing. Um, I'm a butcher by trade. I'll give you a bit of background about myself. I'm a butcher by trade. I had my own business, butcher's business, and I have a convenience shop as well. Um, Up until about 2 years ago, I actually sold my butcher's business, and I still run my convenience business, which is very obviously provides me with a reasonable living. But obviously, with me looking at the time 2 years ago about getting involved with an online business really, and basically what happened was I used to look at your Facebook as everybody does, and I kept on seeing Bitcoin appearing, and I sort of got intrigued, and I've obviously heard about Bitcoin, and a lot of people said, "Oh, it was a scam" and all that, and but I've always sort of been an entrepreneur in a way where I sort of do, I check things out, and that's what I did, and I sort of saw an advert um, being obviously on Facebook, and it was done by Red Redfern. Now I knew Red from years ago because, as I said, I was a butcher, and years ago, Red used to own a pub in the village that I had my butcher's shop, so we sort of knew each other, and we were good friends. And so although I hadn't spoken to Red at the time for a couple of years when I saw his advert, I contacted him. I said, Red, what's this about Bitcoin, and can you explain what it is to me? And obviously, I got involved with what he was promoting. But funny enough, it was USI. A lot of people have heard of USI. A lot of people lost a lot of money in USI, and Red explained to me what it was, and and I sort of got intrigued. But it was when I actually spoke to Red at the time. It was actually coming up towards Christmas, and I said to Red that I'd get back to him after Christmas because obviously being a butcher, that was my busiest time of the year at the time. And anyway, cut a long story short, my brother came across to see me. My older brother actually came across to see me at that particular Christmas, and he said, "I've got something to show you." And he showed me an online business called USI. And of course, I actually joined up under my brother, although Red gave me the information. And obviously, well, I kept in contact. I said to Red, "Look, I've joined under my brother to keep it in the family." I knew nothing about obviously online, so he was all right with that. We got on, and obviously, USI went on as it was, and obviously the way it ended, a lot of people lost a lot of money, and me for one, and I know Red did as well. And but obviously, I got really intrigued with Bitcoin at the time, and obviously, it's going to be a big thing of the future. We all know that now, and so obviously, I still was intrigued with with Bitcoin, and I was looking around for something else, and I got involved with a business called Unify, and that was a Bitcoin business, and I got involved with that, and that's where I met Marty Dagamo, um, and I sort of joined up with this USI, with Unify, and obviously I worked obviously to try to promote that. Now, as I said, I was new to online businessing. I hadn't got a clue about really what I was doing, and I sort of got in contact with a guru, I suppose, who was involved with Unify. Same with Marty, and he was teaching us how to promote and how to share the business opportunity with prospects. And so and it was a fee. You had to pay a monthly fee. I think it was $97 or something like that per month. and obviously this gentleman was going to he made us funnels, and where we sort of introduced people through the funnel, and they obviously if they like what they saw, it was a process where they sort of went through each part of the funnel, and they joined up in Unify under obviously myself if I gave them the link to my funnel, and um, and obviously we had to at those days as well because we were sort of taught how to build YouTube channels, and this guru is showing us how to promote through the Facebook and things like that. But it wasn't for nothing. We had to pay for all this. This was, and I know a lot of people relate to this. You don't get something for nothing. It was as simple as that. And he was teaching us how to build email addresses and things like that. And we used to go to Udemy, and because I contacted a lot of my friends through that business, not really interested, and so you go to you sort of get shown the way to Udemy, where they sort of give you emails, and anyway you can do contact through that. And I started to build a email list, and we used to have what they called emails written out for us. We had obviously changed a few wording in there, and we would put these emails then to send to these people that we obviously sponsored through our business through a Aweber. I'm just saying all these. So you had an Aweber, we had to have funnels built for us, and I mean I think the Aweber was costing me $50 to $60 a month. Working with the couple that was helping us, that was $100 a month, and there was everything you had to pay for, and it wasn't free, and that was the way I sort of got involved with online marketing, and I know a lot of people have obviously been down this same road. Now, I uh, I actually contacted Red because he showed me US Tech and I showed Red Unify, and Red got he took a bit of convincing. He's a guy, he's a sharp guy. He obviously looked at Unify, and and I told him about this guru that I was working with, and I got him to come along to one of their webinars at the time, and Red got interested, and obviously he got involved with um, obviously that particular platform at the time with me, and obviously a few others that were involved with OnPassive. And as I said, like with Marty DeGamo, and so obviously Red came in, and me and Red sort of decided from then on we would work together, and that's what we've done now for the last 2 years. And Red is a great leader, and he's helped me tremendously, and vice versa, I've helped him. So we do work as a good team, and so that's basically how I sort of got to meet Red, and that's how I sort of got involved working online with a networking business or a MLM. As I explained to you, with we got me and Red, although we were working with Unify, and we were working with other platforms as well, and they all disappear. Unify's gone now, and obviously, as I said, USI they disappeared, and a few other businesses that we got involved in. We've made money, like other people through Bitcoin, and we've lost money, and that's the way it is to being online. But as I was trying to explain, that you know, at the time when we were obviously involved in these platforms, we obviously had to share the business, drag people in, and sort of, you need to do this, you need to do that. We want to help you build your team, and it was hard work. And if you weren't sure, if you're not a builder, and it's a lot of people don't like sharing an MLM to their friends, and so and that was, and I, to be honest, I was the same. I just didn't like doing it, but I did because I could see the benefits, and I liked the concept of obviously what we were sharing. And anyway, as I said, I introduced Red, and then we were working together through other different platforms. And then Red just rang me up one day, and he said, "Pete," he said, I've been shown this video a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago." He said, "I'm in, and I think you just want to, you need to look at it, listen to the video, and it's only $97." He said, round of drinks, he said, something might come of it. And to be honest, I said, okay, send me the link. He sent me the link, and I signed up straight away under him. And I hadn't even watched the video. Did you watch? And he sent me this video, and I watched it. And to be honest, it was Ash Mufareh, and he was on passive. And I was so taken back by listening to what Ash was saying, although a lot of it, I'll be honest, I couldn't really understand. It was a video that you had to dissect. You had to listen to it, go away, listen to it again, and I thought, I listened to this guy, and he got such a passion for what he was saying on this video, and what he wanted to share with the world. And, when he gave us his dream, basically, that's what he was doing. And so I decided, I'll probably look into this a little bit more a bit later on down the road, as we do. And anyway, Red rang me up, and he said, "Oh, there's a webinar with Ash Mufareh in about 3 or 4 days' time." And he said, "We ought to go along and have a listen." And I said, "Yeah, okay, then let's have a listen." And so anyway, I got invited to this webinar, and it's very similar to the webinars we have today, really, but there is a difference. We had when we listened to Ash, it was on a like a Zoom. I don't know, I can't remember the platform he was using at the time. And he went through his dream and his passion and what he wanted to do. And at the time, he was talking about Go Founders, and Go Founders would have all these links, and you'd be able to share these links with the people. And these links are basically funnels. And he said, and we'll have an email system in the back of your office, and you'll be able to email these people. And I was thinking, I was looking at this, and I thought, God, this must be a fortune. This, I paid me $97, and I'm thinking, well, how much is this going to cost? And and anyway, so I listened to him, and I came away, and I was buzzing. And that was 2 years ago. It was October 18, when I saw this opportunity, and I said to Red, um, this is an exciting business to really look at. And and obviously agreed. And but Ash, within a few months of that time, as I said, we paid her $97, and I learned at the time that he didn't even have any sort of setup, really, no back office of any sort. He said that he would produce this back office, which was called Go Founders. We'd have these links, and we'd have these email where you could email people, and different, obviously, items in the back office. And I thought, yeah, okay, well, we'll wait for that. And lo and behold, within a few months, he set up this back office, and we all had our back office. We had all these links, and we were watching all. You could copy the link and put it in your browser, and you watched. And each link, was like an invite to people that you can invite people to have a look at this passive business. And I was really taken back. There was little videos on there, and it was sharing what Ash was actually saying on these videos. It was very professionally well done, and the back office is a fantastic tool. And and that was Go Founders, and obviously the vision was OnPassive, and OnPassive didn't even have a name in those days. We got in really early. I think when we first saw it, there was only 2,500 people involved. And as he talked about OnPassive, as I said, the OnPassive name wasn't there. He just talked about a business and his vision. And obviously later on he came out with the name of OnPassive. And 2 years later, obviously you've all, obviously, as if you're a founder, you know what I'm talking about with the back office and all that. But all the material and it's around now on YouTube and on the net about OnPassive is phenomenal. And but as I said, that's how I saw the business 2 years ago. It was, it was just a guy that was talking. We had nothing. We had a couple of little videos, and that's all we had. And we had to share these little videos, to people that we wanted to invite into the business. And it was, I mean, as I said, when you're sort of learning about online businessing, online marketing, and that was a good start, as far as I was concerned. So I knew nothing better, really. And so obviously that's how I got involved with OnPassive. And 2 years later down the road, obviously we are where we are today. And I just want to sort of say, the business is for everybody. As I said, I'm not a public speaker. I'm just an everyday guy. I work hard. As I said, I got my own business, but I do spend a lot of time, obviously, building on passive. I have got big teams now. I have been in it since the beginning, and and it's one thing I want to sort of emphasize here about you don't need to have, you don't need to go out and build teams. On the idea of on passive, um, we'll build the teams for you. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I suggest that if you obviously want to know about more about on passive and the way on passive business is going to work, is to obviously watch the videos that's available to you. But all I want to say is that once you see the opportunity, and if you're a bit obviously like me, where you're not really sure, you're not sort of done much really online, this business is for anybody and everybody, and it's just as simple as that. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't know anybody. Oh, I can show this to," and all that. I'm like, yeah, I felt the same. You got to remember, as I said, I was involved in different platforms before on Passive. I shared this business to a lot of people, and never really was successful in what I did before. Although I did make money, um, you know, they get wary when you go back to them. Oh, I've got something else to show you. You know, don't that discourage you? Because I've gone back to people. They're sitting on the fence. They're watching me. Some might be laughing. You know, but I know I'll be laughing. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about. I'm there to help people. Don't get me wrong, but what I want to say is that you want to share this to anybody and everybody. Um, the reason, it's like a lot of people know that I sponsored Marty DeGarmo, and as I said, I worked with Marty through a previous business, and I got to know Marty. Marty's a great marketeer, and in fact, I just want to say this, with we were working with this guru, and Marty was working with him as well, but Marty seemed to know more about it than the guru. If I ever got stuck with trying to do something, if I contacted him, he would be there and he'd be there to help me. He's always been the same ever since I've known him. He's that sort of a guy. And anyway, as I said, Marty, I want to go back to actually when I first saw on Passive, although I was involved with Unify. Unify was quite an expensive business to be involved with because, as I said, we were working with this guru who was charging us 90 odd pounds a month, $90, $97 a month or whatever it was. Then we was obviously having to pay for Aweber if we had to have an Aweber if you build an email list, and then you obviously you were paying for to be involved with Unify. At the time of Unify when it was first set up, it was $280. I think it was to join. Then you were paying $60 a month to be involved with what they were promoting and what they were doing. Okay, and as I said, it's all gone now. It's disappeared. But all I'm trying to say is, you know, that business you had to pay, and all I've paid with on passive is $97. Obviously, when we launch, I will pay obviously what's needed to be paid, and then it's free for me. I know I've got more than three, and as Ash has said, if you've got three, you're free. And as I said, I won't go into that into detail. You can look at the videos and watch all that. But as I said, I met Marty through that Unified business, and obviously we could become friends. And I disappeared from Unified because I couldn't really make it pay. Although I was paying all this money, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm paying $300 or $400 out a month. I'm not getting anywhere. And that was like with a lot of platforms, you kept on paying and paying and paying. And when I saw what On Passive were offering and the funnels that they got developed and how they were structuring their business, I put that aside. I thought, no, this is what I want to work on. This is the future. And as I said, Marty sort of rang me up the one day. He said, "Pete," he said, "I ain't seen you around. What you doing?" And I said, "Marty," I said, "you need to look at this." And as I said, anyway, I showed him the business. Me and Red shared it, the business opportunity with Marty. And I got him to come along to a webinar, and he was taken back. And as you know today, he's a fantastic leader, and he's there building a fantastic team. But one thing I want to say is, me and Red, we've been around it, a couple of years now, and we've got a big team themselves outside of Marty's team, and all I want to say is, what I'm trying to say is that you just need to share it. You don't know who you're going to share it with. I mean, me and Red did a webinar some months back, and we shared it with a load of obviously people were watching, and we recorded it, and I happened to put it on my YouTube channel, and we had a gentleman who just obviously watched one of these presentations. His name is Victor, Victor Omar Mama Lady. Sorry, Victor, if I got it wrong, but he's a real nice guy. He's a UK bloke, and he's building a team that, he's been involved since August. I think he's got over 1,000 now in his team, or something like that, or coming up to 1,000. And that was just because I shared I did a video with Red. Obviously, I hired Red, and I put it on the YouTube channel. He clicked onto it, liked what he saw, and became a founder. And I've had many people who have obviously joined, obviously us through us doing our presentations. Obviously, Red's had the same, and you just have to go out, and you just don't know who you're going to share it to. You could just find one guy who's going to go mad. He could be, a big guru, as we all know what they're like, and they build a big team. And but going back to what I was saying again, you don't need to do that if you don't want to. If you want to build a big team, the idea obviously being building a big team is that you get to the place where you want to be a lot quicker. And OnPassive will build your teams for you with their email campaigns and what they're doing. And people just, once they see what OnPassive is about anyway, when we launch, it's just going to explode. We got over, what was it, 290,000 founders now, and all these people are going to become, all these founders are going to become customers. So the business from day one is going to be, it's going to be a unicorn business. It might be day one, but it's going to be within the first few weeks of it launching. It will be a unicorn business. And what do I mean by a unicorn business? Well, it means it's going to be turning over a hell of a lot of money. I think it's 1 billion. Is it 10 billion or 1 billion? It has to be a unicorn company, and they have to do that within the first 12 months of trading. No, sorry. Get myself confused here. They have to be, I think they have to do, if it's over 10 billion or something like that, they become a unicorn company. I don't think there's no other company that's done it in a week, and I think OnPassive will be that company. And so, all I'm saying is that, I'm just sort of giving you a bit of story where I come from, how I got involved. Some people relate to it, and it's a fantastic opportunity. There's people out there who need this business, and I'm sharing it as much as I can, and and I'm helping people build teams, which it's great when you share the business with somebody, and then the light switches on, and they see what you see. It's great because you can see that they can see their future changing, and that's basically what OnPassive is going to do. It's going to change everybody's future. It's going to change the future of the world. On businesses are run online. It's going to completely change the whole concept of online business. So it's really all I got to say. I know it's a bit long-winded and all that, and I'm just trying to obviously do a few videos now. Get my confidence up doing videos. I don't do many, and just to let people know who I am, and if they need any help, obviously contact me. I'll be putting this on my YouTube channel, If you look underneath the link, you'll see our Facebook groups. That's one thing I wanted to mention as well. Actually, we do have Facebook groups. I actually run 3 groups myself, so I'm really busy. That's, as a leader, I'm obviously helping people. I do run these groups. I'm admin. I put a lot of material into these groups. I do the file sections, and these file sections have got um, things like emails that you can send to people that you feel that might be interested. They're well written. It's things like that that I do. I get them from ONPASSIVE NATION, from Marty. We all work together, and I'm obviously posting this stuff and helping the teams in the groups to, the material's there for you to use. That's what I'm trying to say. And so that's really all I really got to say. And I will see you. Oh, as I say, the link, if you want to know more, if you want to join the Facebook group, the links are underneath of this video. Want to be a founder, although I haven't spoken much about being a founder, click on the link below, join our team. We've got fantastic leaders with Red Redfern and obviously Marty and Dan and Mike, and we're all here to help. And we want to change the face of the world. We want to help people. We have got a lot of things that we want to do ourselves to help. So, as I said, click on the link, and I will see you again later.